say hi to everyone. As you know, my name is Jerseygirl Dee, and we're going to be doing stuff a little different, okay? I am going to get into the Bible in 52 weeks. That's the name of this book. And I set it for tonight at 8 o'clock. And I hope you guys, get your paper, get your pens, and we're just going to do some stuff. As you guys know, my dad died November 6th, 2022, and my mom passed away February 28th, 2025 of this year. So I'm going through, my ups and downs, and just life is life, and it's like, I need to get my head right. And I know it's not easy, and I know it's not going to happen overnight. Okay? But we're going to get into this now. And once again, it's the Bible in 52 weeks. And this is how this goes, okay? I'm going to read you something, and I'm going to come back Thursday and just to see, matter of fact, no. This is going to be week 1, okay? So I will come back next Tuesday with, I'm trying to think. I think I want to do it every 2 days. Even though it goes week by week. But we're going to do it like this. We're going to do it, I'm going to do this a little different. We're going to do it, today is Tuesday. I'm going to come back Thursday. And guys, if you found this to be, something that you're willing to go with me through, then, comment down below, let me know. And let me know if you guys have been taking your notes, because I'm definitely going to take mine. Okay, so let's just say day 1. There's nothing too hard for God, okay? My purpose is to encourage the encourager today. While you focus on the needs of those around you, remember that God has not forgotten about you. He hears your prayers and remembers your heart desires and struggles. He posed a question to Abraham in Genesis 18:14. Is anything too hard for the Lord? And the answer is that is absolutely nothing too hard for God. Says that God is able to do extenuously aboundable above all that we ask or think, according to the power that works in the U.S. There is nothing you could think of or ask that God cannot do. Okay, guys? In the story of Sarah and Abraham, God told Abraham that he would make him a great nation and form him all the families of the earth would be blessed. Genesis 12:2-3. The promise probably didn't make sense to Abraham at that time because he and Sarah had no children. And well into their senior years, they thought they were too old. In chapter 16, Sarah still hadn't had a child yet. So she took matters into her own hands and decided that Abraham should sleep with her maid, Hagar. Abraham and Hagar had a son named Ismail. God allowed it, but he did not obtain it. You must be mindful that when it comes to the promise of God, you shouldn't take matters into your own hands. In chapter 18, God made Abraham and Sarah a specified promise that didn't make sense. The odds were against him. The odds were against them because of their age. Abraham was 100 and Sarah was 90 years old. By this time, it had been 13 years since God made his original promise to chapter 12. Okay, guys, and if you have Bibles or anything on hand, you can go through that as also. And they had seen no signs of their early promise. What do you do when you're waited so long and somebody is telling you that that's impossible. It's still impossible. And it's still possible. What do you do when the promise just doesn't make sense? You've got to decide in your heart not to give in to the doubt. I know that's easier said than done. I've had to learn the hard way. The doubting hinders the progress to promise, paralyze you, and keeps you stagnant. It makes you want to take control rather than trust God with your life. However, when you replace doubt with faith, you give God something to work with. It's easy to be skeptical when the odds are against you. But I encourage you to trust God to keep his word. When you replace doubt with faith, trust that God will do his part and release the blessings you have to believe that there is absolutely nothing too hard for God to do. Okay, guys? If you need to go back, go back. You can also go back, okay? Points to a ponder. When you are faced with an impossible... Okay, this is what I want you guys to write down and, discuss. When you are faced with an impossible... How did you... Okay, wait. When you are faced with an impossibility, how did you handle it? After this lesson, how will you handle those impossibilities going forward? Okay, that's 1. 2, what was the lesson taught you about your faith? That's 2, guys. 3 is, what areas have you discovered where you are strong in faith? What areas have you discovered where your faith needs to be strengthened? That's 3. 4, after the lesson, what are some impossibilities that you will commit to a prayer? Okay, actions for the day. Decide in your heart to think and speak positively, replacing negative words with positive ones. 2, make a commitment to yourself to intentionally respond to your doubts with dedications of faith. 3, at the end of the week, note how speaking positively into your life has begun to have a good impact on your outlook and ability to trust God. Okay, guys? So this is day 1. I'm going to write my stuff down, and I will come back on Thursday and let you know what my stuff is 1 through 4. And I hope you guys will do the same thing. Thank you, guys, and have a great evening. I love you, YouTube. We're going to be trying to do something different, just to get some strength, something into my life, and to keep me going and trying to stay focused. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. This is something new that we're going to be doing. And on Thursday, it's saying giving up is not an option. Okay, so that will be Thursday. Giving up is not an option. I will be back Thursday, guys. And I love you so much, YouTube.